What's up, YouTubers? Johnny DIY here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install or replace a garbage disposal. Alright, let's get to it. First step, we're going to go ahead and go to our breaker box. Hit the breaker for our garbage disposal, turn that off. If you've got the cord coming out of the bottom of your disposal going to an outlet instead of a switch, go ahead and unplug that. I'm going to be replacing this one because it had a leak and then it actually ended up stopped working altogether. Now we're going to start disconnecting our old one. And this top line, goes from the dishwasher here, so it runs all your dishwasher water in through the disposal. This one is our disposal to our P-trap drain, and then we're going to disconnect the cord as well. Disconnect this top dishwasher hose line. Now this whole thing just should wiggle right off. Okay, now we're going to uninstall this pipe, and it just has 2 screws, one on each side. Just back these all the way out. Move this flange out of the way. Now we're going to come over here. We're just going to loosen this one up. So I'm just going to move the disposal a little to disengage that pipe right here. Now this whole pipe comes out. We'll set that aside. Now the disposal is just held in, and we can just twist it and it'll come right down. Now your disposal will have came with this little tool as well, and you can stick this tool in these little things, and we're going to twist it counterclockwise like this, and the whole thing's going to drop down just like that. Now we're going to disconnect this wire from the old disposal, and we're going to do that by entering in this access panel right here. Just one little screw. That comes off, and we're going to disconnect this one right here, this green screw. That's our ground screw. We'll pull out these wire nuts, undo these wire nuts for the white one, the black one, undo these wires from each other. Now we can go ahead and loosen up this wire clamp right here. Pull our wire out. We'll go ahead and unscrew this. We're going to need this for our next new disposal. And if you're installing it for the first time, you're going to want to go ahead and pick one of these up at your hardware store. Now all that's left is this metal flange right here. Now if you're reinstalling a new one, you don't even need to replace this, but I'll go ahead and show you guys how to replace it if you were doing this for the first time, for instance. We're going to want to go ahead and loosen these 3 screws. They're just flat heads. Then there's actually a little snap ring, which is just a ring that goes around this lip to hold it all in place. We'll go ahead and pop that off. We'll just take our flathead screwdriver, and you just want to pry it out like that. Lift it up with your flathead. There we go. So now we can take this part down. This comes off. Then there's just a little paper gasket that goes in between. It looks like the previous person used silicone instead of plumber's putty. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all this silicone off with my screwdriver or razor blade. I got most of it scraped off. Now I'm just gonna tap it up with a rubber mallet. Just push up. There we go. That was more of a pain. Now we're going to want to go ahead and clean up this garbage disposal hole and get it ready for our new ring. Now this is how it comes new, like this. It's kind of put together. Unscrew it all the way. We're going to have to take off that little snap ring again. Just pops off. Then this part comes off. And this part comes off. Then there's our paper gasket and our new ring. Go ahead and pick up a little tub of plumber's putty. We're going to be using the plumber's putty to go around this rim, and that's what's going to seal. So this plumber's putty is kind of like Play-Doh. Get out a nice wad. We're going to roll it up like this, kind of like a snake, 1/2 inch in diameter. Once you got it all rolled out nice and uniform, we're going to go ahead and put it around this, our flange. Now we're going to take that flange and set it into our hole. Line up the little logo, try and make it straight. Press it down, It just kind of oozes out around the sides. That's good. Just keep pressing it down until we get it nice and seated. So now it's just the reverse process. So the paper gasket goes up first, and then this flange goes up with the flat part, the smooth part right here, against the paper. Then this one goes like this. Back these screws out, you can get to this lip. Put the snap ring on while we're holding this. Be a little tricky. Go ahead and tighten all these down evenly all the way around. We're going to take our new disposal and take off the back cover. Start doing the electrical. Pull out these wires. Now we're going to want to put this fitting that's going to screw into the bottom of our disposal in first. Don't forget to do this first. Feed it through the hole. Now we can connect it to this stuff. Hey, get out of there. Shush. Wrap our wires like this, clockwise. So then we put the wire nuts on. We twist those clockwise. Alright, so we'll go ahead and twist this one on now. Now we're going to take the green one, which is our ground, wrap it around this green one. Tighten down this one with your wire coiled around it. Here we go. Stuff our wire nuts in. Take our cover, put that back on. Now we can go ahead and screw this in. Now we'll go ahead and tighten this down. This is just going to hold the cord from getting pulled out and pulling our connections apart. Not too tight, just tight enough to hold this wire from getting pulled out. Now we're going to lift it up and see these little inner hooks right here. There's 1, 2, 3. These are the ones that are going to go around on these little channels right here, and we're going to twist it clockwise to lock it in place. Now we can use that little tool that came with. Twist it clockwise just to get it to lock in. Hey, this little tool that comes with it, also if you ever get a jam, you can just stick this tool right underneath the bottom and turn it manually to unjam it. Now we can adjust the whole thing as well to line up our plumbing. Now if you've got a dishwasher, there's a little plug inside these, and they leave that there just in case you don't have one. We just put our flathead in there. There we go. Reach down inside there. There we go. It's just a little plug. Now we're going to put this black ring, and this seats right in the side, right like that. We'll take our pipe that we had taken out before. So it might take some shimmying to move around your garbage disposal to get this to line up. But then we're just going to connect our pipe. Screw in these 2 screws over the flange. Tighten them down good and tight. There we go. We're going to take our dishwasher hose, reconnect that. There we go. Tighten down our hose clamp. There we go. Now we can come up here, remove all that excess plumber's putty. That's still good. Take our plug stopper, put that in. Fill up this side with our garbage disposal of water just to check to see if there's any leaks below. Now we'll look below and we'll check this flange right here to see if it's leaking. Check all our connections. Now we'll put it on this side. Make sure nothing on this side's leaking. Alright, looks good, no leaks. Go ahead and flip our breaker back on. Go ahead and run it, cold water. Turn on your disposal. Check for leaks again. Alright, it works. Cool. That's how to install garbage disposal. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos. Remember guys, keep on doing it yourself. Thanks for watching Johnny DIY.